There is a new way in town to have a conversation. The Pot Podcast.
I want to listen to Leah, and Leah will make me laugh.
Aww. Leah, are you getting something?
Come on, what do you mean? What are you teaching me? What are you teaching me?
In the middle of a session.
No.
You know, it's a basic need, by the way. Nika chakula. Haya. Ukweli. By the way, Leah na blush.
No, I'm not blushing.
Come to a point that you are not the boyfriend, but the dad.
You have so much wisdom in you. Experience. And experience is the best teacher. Is the best teacher.
Sijaomoka. Kama Leah. Leah ameomoka.
No, listen. Wacha.
Ile kitu nataka kuambia. Let these young fellas.
Let's change the topic.
And let this boy child waomoke tukue na wewe kwa hiyo ligi bana.
You're spoiling my market.
I'm not spoiling.
You're spoiling my market.
The Pot Podcast. Listen, learn, and get entertained. And on our today's show, are open relationships legal? I don't think there's a law on that. The same way there's no law on cheating. So imagine this woman coming and telling the husband, hey, there's this man. And then she starts praising this other man since she's supposed to be honest on how he's better or things that he's doing to her that the husband doesn't do. This is where people get a black eye and start lying that they fell down. A lady told me, stop taking photos of people over here because we are not sure whether the people here are here with their real partners. A friend of mine was saying they can't tell anything because they'll either be left or even be beaten, may turn violent. Hello, my peeps, my people, how you doing? Yes, I'm back. So tell me, what was going on all this time? I missed you guys. Did you miss me? Anyway, I'm really feeling messy today. But first things first. If you're listening to us for the first time, welcome. This is the Pot Podcast with me, Leah Navalayo. And today we are having a very controversial conversation. We are talking about open relationships. You heard me right. Open relationships. Are they a yay or a nay? To start us off, let us listen to Neve of the Catfish Show and his wife Laura as they open up about their open marriage.
You've decided you want an open relationship, but how do you tell your partner about it?
Hey, babe.
Hey.
Hey, you.
This is Neve, and this is Laura. They just got married 9 months after they had their baby Cleo. Oops. Honestly, they have no idea what they're doing. But whatever, they're in love.
And we're here to help.
Monogamous relationships are tough. I mean, are you really supposed to be with one person for the rest of your life? What do you do if you want to have an open relationship, but your partner's worried about sharing you with other people? Hey, babe.
We need to talk.
Let's talk about open relationships, because even if you say you don't want one, you probably thought about it. Most people have, and I think everyone's pretty curious if it could work.
Yeah, I think it's everyone's kind of guilty pleasure. And there's also so many different ways to do it. There's one version of it that's allowing your significant other to have an extracurricular activity, a little sex on the side. Mm-hmm. And then there's the inviting a person into your bedroom, the unicorn. And then there's swinging. So, you and another couple, right. You swap partners, and that's the thing.
So should we open this can of worms?
Yes.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Last year, we went to South America on a vacation.
We were.
For New Year's. And while we were there, we went to a New Year's party. And we were at this table having a big fun dinner, and there was another young, attractive couple next to us. And we started to hang out and have fun.
And they were like flirting with us, we thought.
I liked them. They were cute.
Yeah.
And we were having fun with this couple, so we invited them back to our room. and we hooked up with them.
Right. If you have enough swag to pull this
Right.
off, because not everyone does. Some people are like, I want an open relationship, but they don't want to go hunt for it.
Right. Look, always a good idea to explore and be open to new things, but keep in mind that, sometimes opening your relationship does come with some complications, so be ready for that.
And one of those complications might be your friends finding out. So for now, if you want to avoid that, there's apps like Thrinder, or you can just go on Tinder separately and in the messaging part be like, actually, I'm looking for me and my boyfriend. Or just have sex with your friends. Just do it, go for that. This is one of the big dangers of opening your relationship, because the reality is, if you ever want to go back, it's really hard.
If you guys were good before, you could be good again. So you should just tell them, hey, I know this open relationship, we tried it, but I'm not really feeling it. Do you think we could close it?
I think the issue really is when you're in an open relationship, when you're looking to find new people, you also have to respect that other people, they might have boundaries and that you don't have with your partner.
Maybe mention that you have an STD, casually, just
The
gently.
casual herpes.
Yeah. Just bring a pill bottle and have it spill out of your yoga bag. And
Oh, my Valtrex!
Yeah. But that could backfire. You just have to take a headstand and let them know that you're not downward dog.
Wow. So let's talk about it. The Pot Podcast, with an amazing growing audience, is giving you a chance to accelerate your business like never before. Experience the power by advertising with us. For more information, contact us on email, which is thepotradio1@gmail.com. The Pot Podcast. Listen, learn, and get entertained. 1 in numeric. Just like Neve and Laura said, an open relationship is one which both parties are allowed to have other sexual or romantic partners. It is also referred to as a non-monogamous relationship, which means that those in open relationships find it okay to have other love interests other than their partner. And funny enough, when I was doing my research, the following questions kept popping up all the time. Let me read them to you so that you'll know that we are all messy. I'm not the only one. The first question is, are open relationships good by any chance? What are open relationship rules? Why are open relationships bad? Is an open relationship considered cheating? This is a good question. Can open relationships be one-sided? I think being one-sided here means one person getting multiple partners while the other one is just there. Another mostly searched question on open relationships is, are open relationships legal? I don't think there's a law on that. The same way there's no law on cheating. Otherwise, there's a law when there's a child born out of an open relationship. I think there's a law that protects that child. I may be hollering at my cousin Eva anytime now. She's an attorney and ask about what happens if a child is born out of an open or a non-monogamous relationship. Another mostly asked question is, can an open relationship save a relationship? That's a good question. Can open relationships be healthy? We'll soon find out, so stick around. And lastly, how do you handle an open relationship? Those are some damn good, messy questions. So let's talk about it after the short break. Have you been listening to the Pot Podcast? Right here, we always have a good laughter. Wait, you now have a girlfriend?
I have a fiance actually. Don't talk about girlfriends. I have many girlfriends, but a fiance I have.
You have many girlfriends?
Yes.
Some inspiration. We want you motivated by real story experiences.
When I'm out with my friends or when I'm out with my family, I will be so happy. We start laughing, and then the next minute I will cry. I will start throwing things down. I will start acting like a mad woman.
and more drama.
The moment you start doing that, it's now the moment that I will go out. And it's now after 2 years I will apologize to my fans and everyone else. And after that 2 years I will already have impregnated like almost 3 to 4 people. Kukudenta out there.
It only happens here at the Pot Podcast. Listen, learn, and get entertained. And we are back. The first question was, are open relationships good? Now, this is my take. Relationships are work. You have to put so much effort. It's like a job. And when you add in more people into the mix, it becomes complicated. There's this saying in fashion that goes, less is more. I think it applies here too. The more you have many love interests, the more baggage you carry. I'm keeping it real over here. Let's be real. Some of you may argue that it's just physical, no emotional attachment. But remember, there are those who practice polyamory. What is polyamory? Here is when partners support each other to have both emotional and sexual relationships with other partners. Polyamory is another form of open relationships or consensual non-monogamous relationships. So don't get confused. It's a type of open relationships. When I say consensual non-monogamous relationships, monogamous means one from the word mono. Consensual is from the word consent, which means you've agreed. So when I say consensual non-monogamous relationship, non means no, it is not. So in other words, I'm saying these are relationships that have multiple partners. That's why I'm using the word consensual, agreed, non, not. Hence the word consensual non-monogamous relationship, also meaning open relationship. So don't be confused. Don't get it twisted. So the next question was, what are the rules of having an open relationship? And then, are open relationships bad? I'm going to combine the answers to these two questions. I found 6 major rules to open relationships. The first one is setting boundaries. This basically means that both of you need to agree on certain terms, like how often can sex occur with other partners? Is it monthly? Is it weekly? Is it yearly? With how many partners at a time? Where? Is it on business trips? At what times? Because there are partners who will have this rule of not bringing people in their house. Their home needs to be respected. And then also the type of sex as well. For example, is it penetrative? Is it just oral sex? And also, there are those who will be curious to know, will their partner have sex with strangers or with people they know? These boundaries are important so that at the end of it all, nobody gets hurt. Therefore, trust is very important. But this sounds very weird, eh? Anyway, you need to figure out stuff out before you open the can of worms. It's not me, y'all. I'm just giving you the information, so don't come for me over here. The second rule is practicing safe sex. So discuss with your partner what both of you are comfortable with and how you'll actually practice safe sex. I don't need to explain so much about safe sex. The third one is emotional boundaries. Like I said before, in open relationships, you're not supposed to be emotionally attached to the person that you're engaging sex with. So you need to be honest. You're only emotionally attached to your partner, but not the other person that you're engaging sex with. The fourth one one is being honest. You're not supposed to hide stuff from your partner, regardless of what has happened with you and your other partners. You're supposed to tell your partner everything that happened during that encounter, whether good, bad, or ugly. A friend of mine was saying they can't tell anything because they'll either be left or even be beaten. It may turn violent. And another thing, people who don't really understand the concept of open relationships may make you feel like you're giving the other person permission to cheat on you, or vice versa, that they're giving you permission to cheat on them. But here is why those who are in open relationships may disagree with them. Open relationships grant partners the freedom to pursue other people in a way that is based on mutual respect, open communication, and total honesty. In other words, the partners have already agreed to allow other people in their relationship. So nobody will come saying they are being cheated on. And then the fifth rule is check in on your partner from time to time. Are they really for this idea? Are they feeling that you need to change from an open relationship to a monogamous relationship? In that, have they changed their mind? Check on their emotions. Are they getting jealous? Is it healthy to continue having this open relationship? So check in on your partner. And then the sixth and final rule is don't forget about your relationship, because your partner is the main love interest, the primary love interest. So have date nights, still have trips, continue expressing to each other the love and need you have for each other. Don't get distracted because you're meeting new people. Keep the relationship exciting. Don't just save all the fun for the other love interests that you're having. And then to the question of, is having an open relationship bad? Messy question, eh? But it depends on your faith. What do you believe in? But personally, open relationships are not a yay for me because I'm a jealous lover. I want all the attention, all the love to belong to me alone. I can't share. So the next 4 questions: can an open relationship be one-sided? Can an open relationship save a relationship? Can an open relationship be healthy? And how do you handle an open relationship? I'll combine them into one answer as follows. Yes, open relationships can be one-sided. This is because one partner will always be active in seeking new lovers than the other. There is that one partner who will always be at home most of the times. So definitely it will be one-sided. That's why communication is key, so that the partner who is always at home will not feel neglected or sidelined, unwanted. That feeling of you are no longer attractive or needed. Life coach Justin Brown, the founder of Idea Pod, who was once in an open relationship. In fact, he has shared his story on YouTube. It's a very catchy story. He says this, and I quote, "Often the person who wants an open relationship no longer wants to be with their partner. Most men can't handle an open relationship. They may love the idea of sleeping with multiple women, but would not be okay their wife sleeping with multiple men." End of quote. I agree with this 100%. And he goes ahead to defend his thinking by saying men are born with hero instinct. By hero instinct, he means that men are naturally meant to be protectors and providers. So when that is gone, it is extremely difficult for a man to feel comfortable in that relationship. Therefore, yes, an open relationship can be one-sided. Just imagine a woman opening up to to her hubby about an exciting encounter she has had with another man, since she's supposed to be honest and vice versa. We say that in an open relationship, the partners need to be open to each other. So imagine this woman coming and telling the husband, hey, there's this man. And then she starts praising this other man, since she's supposed to be honest on how he's better or things that he's doing to her that the husband doesn't do. This is where people get a black eye and start lying that they fell down. Let's be truthful and practical. Most men can't handle it. Also, there are people who argue that being in an open relationship has saved their relationship. But for this to happen, there must be trust and, of course, honesty. Once again, if a relationship is doomed to fail, nothing will be able to fix it. I can say this with my full chest. In fact, an open relationship will make the failing connection worse. Opening up a weak relationship will destroy it. There's also a possibility that if your partner gets a better lover, they will leave you because the connection is no longer there. And go to this new love interest. And you know what? This will result to jealousy. When your partner comes home after a night spent with other lovers, she'll be so angry. And then another thing, it may be so awkward if you bump into your partner's lovers. Remember, you people are honest with each other. So maybe he has shown you the photos, or maybe she has shown you the photos. So you know these people. Sometimes maybe you listen to the conversations on phone. So it will be awkward. This reminds me of a time when I was a photographer. And then I used to like taking photos. When I go to a hotel that has some spectacular scene with a fantastic view, I'll start taking photos. So there's one encounter I had where a lady told me, stop taking photos of people over here because we are not sure whether the people here are here with their real partners. You may take a photo and then you're taking somebody's hubby with another chick, so you create trouble, So I stopped taking the photos and people were able to enjoy their meal in peace. I stopped burning. So these things happen. The conclusion is up next. Do you want to be a guest on the Pot Podcast? This could be you as you share your story with the world.
You can't just tell somebody I've had 20 partners in my life, and yet the person you're giving that information, it's somebody you want to date, somebody you're giving the best picture of you.
You don't want to spoil it.
You say too, I've never done. But I can't classify that as lying.
It is lying.
No, it is called bro code.
So it's scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Yeah, that's why it's called bro code.
Okay.
What you do for me, I'll do for you later.
Alright. If I love completely. Guys, I told you she's a big lover. You see the problem with this kind of people? If I love to heaven and back.
Leah, which century are you in?
Okay, maybe the men I meet are patriarchs. They like being in control, in charge.
Let me tell you, that's why you meet men. You don't meet gentlemen. Ask us. We meet gentlemen. Our fellow...
What do you mean? Are you a side dude? Rain, I'm doubting you. Are you a side dude?
No. Find me, Rain. The guy behind the scenes,
Hell to the no. If interested, worry not. Send an email to thepotradio1@gmail.com. That's thepotradio1@gmail.com. 1 in numeric. To conclude this open relationship conversation, here is my take. Don't get into an open relationship to please your partner. You will carry the feelings of resentment forever. So let the relationship go. Know that you are enough and guard your heart. And with that, we come to the end of our today's show. How time flies so fast. But don't worry, I'll be back with another episode. Do remember to subscribe, to share, and to comment. Let us engage. Let us have this conversation at the Pot Podcast on all social media platforms. Also, remember to review us on Apple Podcasts. The more reviews we get, the better for the podcast in its ranking. I love you, and I'll see you on the next episode. I've been your host, Leah Navalayo. Bye.